Greetings, my fellow Legionnaires. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Biotech, We Are Legion. Episode 9, Cat Cluster Bomb. So, previously there was a rule that was only 2 genes restricted, and instead what I'm going to do is poll you all soon about what that restriction should be. I'm going to lift the 2 gene restrictions and then let you vote on what kind of restrictions you want to impose on genetic engineering. Because if you don't want restrictions, that's fine. Or if you want it to be even more restricted, that's fine too. So first order of business, my donkey is not doing so great. So I'm going to put an animal spot right underneath it. It is currently fighting the flu, and that's going to be tended. As you can see, it's basically tied. So you are going to be tended with industrial meds so that you live. And let's tend to you with mass. Done. The next order of business that I wanted to do is... well, there's a few things. 1, Klein, you're going to call in the diabolist threat. Yep. As slow as you are with your 1 leg, that's what you're going to do. And then I am going to block up 2 of these doors. So Cypher and Bryze, even though I know you're sleeping, you're going to be called in to block up these walls. I'm going to try to use the 69 cats that are attacking me as a way to either kill or severely damage the diabolist. So that's the hope. Oh, perfect. There's a shaman merchant coming in. They're about to get cat 2. I hope it actually doesn't weaken the cats to the point where the cats can no longer be useful for the diabolist. That's actually unfortunate that they showed up, and I wish they would leave. But whatever. Screwing up my best laid plans. Alright, surprise, once that's built, I am going to have you start to haul the 3rd door wall. And that flu tending was really good. 75% for on the floor is going to allow our donkey to survive, I think. Little worried about Cypher screwing up this construction project because he does only have 1 arm. Nope, it went through. Good, good, good. And the diabolist threat just got called in. It isn't instant. It does take like an hour or so. I really wish I could tell these guys not to show up. Like, if I had trader spot mod, which I obviously don't, I would like stick a trader spot over here and have them stay out of the fight. Because these cats are going to mess them up badly. But oh well. That's just how it is. Alright, instead of building that, stand by. As soon as we build that, what ends up happening is the manhunters no longer have a clear path to us, and they will retarget whatever they can retarget. In this case, they're going to retarget the trade caravan. So this door should not be blocked off until the diabolist is here, or something like that. Alright, I canceled one of these pews so that I have enough granite to complete this building, because that's actually hurting our mood a little bit. The altar of freedom is desired, but is not being respected. So that's a -8 that I could very easily fix with a little bit of granite. Caravan, could you just piss off? I almost wish that this door was unblocked again so that they could come in. That might be possible. Sorry, Bryze, I know you're sleeping, but... no, because that's going to let all of the cats into my base. So I'm not going to do that. Bixie Panda, Guero, and Grok Like Fire. Thanks for all the gifted subs. And Glitch for bits, and Class for bits. And the sub. Cheers, Al. Cheers. Way too kind. Oh, it helps that my mug is open. And I have dog fur in my mouth. Oh, the woes of being a dog owner, right? Alright, so cat attack is happening now. Which kind of makes me angry, because then I'm going to be stuck fighting a diabolist without the cats, which was not the plan. Yeah, you've screwed up my plan, guys. These were my little biters and fighters. And now you're just dead and stupid. I don't get it. Well, at least we'll have some pemmican and a whole lot of corpses to now deal with. Come on, Diabolus. Where were you? Where be you? Please land. Okay, it has arrived. That means that I gotta build this wall and send all of these cats to go fight the Diabolus. And let me turn red. Oh, it's just south. Perfect. Sort of perfect. Alright, so now the wall is built. The cats are gonna retarget. And they're gonna eat... I guess that guy got up. So here we go. Cat attack. Now that that's happening, I am actually going to undo this wall blocker because the cats have committed to the fight, and that allows me to then exit and fight the Diabolus. Why there's so many cats? It was a quest. It was, or just a manhunting pack that was chasing Nate. Yeah. So Nate here is in our prison, little undergrounder who's currently getting converted. But he brought in all the cats. I don't know what he did to them. I dare not ask. But the Diabolus is getting nibbled. And it set all the cats on fire. And that's probably all the damage the cats are going to manage to do to said Diabolus. If I had more cats, if these tribals hadn't killed, I don't know, like 26 of them, maybe there would be a little bit more damage. Well, that's pretty good. That's a pretty damaged Diabolus. So no complaints from me. Alright, so now the Diabolus no longer has a valid target. The valid target is going to be me. And I am going to, with Azzy, prop this door open to give it a clear path inside so it could come mess with me. I do have some mechs that probably I'm going to want to frontline for me. So I'm going to get Athsin and Ice Pick out front to be my tanks for the Diabolus incoming. Because the Diabolus uses a lot of fire attacks, and if I go, it's blasting my front doors open. Alright, let's rally everybody. That's one way to get rid of corpses, I guess. Hey, Donkey, don't get up. Seriously, don't get up. It'd be very, very bad for you if you got up right now. So just a reminder, we're currently researching bioregeneration to try to fix all of the minor injuries like mangled eyes and scratch scars. But there is a big fight cometh. So what I want to do is I want to rush the mech, rush the Diabolus with the Militors brawling to lock them down, and then to just mag dump as fast as I can with everybody else. Alright, here we go. And I have to dodge the laser attacks. So I have all the brawlers. Oh, and it's gone. Yeah! What? That, my friends, is efficient Diabolus destruction. Hey, what are you doing? No. Go back to your bed. Go back to your bed right now. Right now. He was like, oh, there's a fight. I'm going to get up and gonna die. Yeah, don't die. Don't die. Alright, I can unrestrict everybody because there's no more threat out there. I definitely want a wall rebuilt. In this location so that we're all actually walled off. And then I have a lot of corpses to deal with, like 69 of them. Or more, because, you know, there's actually more of them. Mess. Let's not bother hunting. How is our food, actually? We got a lot of rice. Yeah, we're fine. I mean, I do need to do some hunting eventually, but we're okay. So, I did let you all know that I was planning on having you be polled about the genetic engineering restrictions, and I will be kicking that off in just a minute. What I really want to do is Mr. Klein go study the chip. Where is the chip? Someone is moving it. Turtle, drop the chip. And instead, haul slag. I don't know. Just do something more productive. So Klein, study the signal chip so that we can get standard mech tech unlocked and also to be able to manufacture other stuff. So Nathan, the vampire, finally got genetically shredded, and he gave us coagulator. Not terrible. Not terrible. If I recall correctly, Lamp here is next to get gene shredded, and then Nate we're actually trying to recruit. So Lamp, you are going to go into the beautiful little gene extractor, where we're going to try to take some of your high mate genes. Maybe high social, that'd be really good for trade. We'll see. Are we going to give some waste to the Empire? Yeah, if I get transport pods. Because that's probably the most efficient way to do it. Gifting them toxic waste packs via donkey is not exactly efficient or expedient. So, going to have to wait for the transport pods. The other thing I'm probably going to need here is a crematorium of sorts. Because I now have... I guess I could stockpile them. It's too bad I don't have a hauler bot. A lifter. I could start stocking these corpses up. And in fact, if I cherry-picked the weapons out of here, I could just set this on fire, and that would probably be a little easier. But the chip is studied, so standard mech tech is now an option to be researched. So, should I change the xenogerm restrictions? Previously, it was restricted to 2 genes. Yes or no? What do you guys think? Give you 5 minutes to vote on that. So a little reminder of what that is. If we take a look at like Mass, for instance, Mass has a whole bunch of xenogerms because Mass is a hussar. But a xenogerm would be an implanted genetic slice or whatever, genetic code to give you some sort of an ability. And previously, the restriction was 2 only, but I am happy to be able to reassess if y'all want. And the current priority now is not going to be to kill Diabolus. Keep the donkey alive. I think we've already done, so make new limbs and bio regen pods. We have 2 missing limbs. And then we also have some injuries that might be easier for us to just machine bionics instead. We'll see. But Cypher's missing an arm, and Klein is missing a leg. That would be the big injuries that we're going to want to address sooner than later. Nope, it looks like Tannering ran out of power. Because Ice Pick is monopolizing the recharger. I'm going to have them dormant recharge, and then... You don't need to use your Mechanator to recharge robots. Anyone can carry a robot to a recharger, but like things like repair, obviously, Mechanators are the ones that have to do it. I'm going to have Bryce prioritize cleaning this up. Donkey, you are 98 over 94. You will survive. Good. And then let's drop your med quality down to no meds. Because looks like you'd be fine in the long run. Okay, we have our wall again. Good. Let's go get the Altar of Freedom. So that we can satisfy that need for the Altar of Freedom. And get a little happier. Maybe not with Bryce right now. Because Bryce is about to have a mental break. I would do it with Cypher. You know, it's only granite. I'll do it with Cypher instead, even though he's one-armed. He has a chance to fail the construction project, but whatever. It's a risk I'm going to take. Sounds like a cat got back up. Ouch! Alright, you're about to lose one of your 9 lives. This is like life number 2. Oh, no, you're splat. You're gone. Don't bite me, bruh. Once we have the ritual room constructed, I can more quickly convert Nate using a conversion ritual. Oh, Nate believed in Sophian Empire. That's unfortunate. I hope these Sanctus tribes don't report that there's a giant pile of their friends dead at my doorsteps. They don't need to. I don't want to answer that question. They don't need to ask about where that came from. No one narc on me, please. Because yeah, I have some things to answer for. All right, Mr. Lifterbutt. I'm going to allow my mechs outside. And then I will start a dump stockpile here of... Half of will be cat corpses. So any rotten corpses. And then the other will be fresh human corpses. Just so I can burn them a little bit easier. Get rid of the evidence. Oh, that was a little laggy. Alright. Daedora, where are you? Oh, yep, you're already doing it. Oh yeah, I already have a rotted corpse. You know, I don't need human corpses. We're already hauling it. I think what might be best is just to haul away the tribal weapons so I can smelt them down. So we got size sensitive at a lamp, which is not that useful because we're not allowing psycasters. And mechanators don't rely on their sensitivity. They just can't be deaf. So Lamp, you are about to go in for a double dip. Oh, another thing that is worth mentioning, there has been an update to gene extraction. It is now a shorter cooldown. So if you take a look, the genes are not regrowing in 25 days. In this case, it's 14. It's variable between, I think, 12 and 20 days now. And then also, the process doesn't take 24 hours. It now takes 12. What I already thought was overpowered just got almost twice as powerful, so that works. Okay, should there be any restrictions to xenogerms? Should it be entirely unrestricted? Is I guess what I should have avoided this, but oh well, too late. And then if you guys want restrictions, I'll type up a few reasonable, like, levels of restrictions. Like no archite only, or up to 5, or something like that. But it will be up to you. If you want us to go full gene monsters, you know, it's up to you. Alright, we are getting the advanced components. Oh, you know what? We have a lot of advanced components. Let's go with the leg and an arm. I'm going to do leg first. And now we have a temple. So the push is going to be to bring this thing up to 120 impressiveness. So it satisfies our needs for an impressive temple for the conversions and whatnots. All right, what else? Looking at my resources, it looks like steel is really low. I do have a few mining spots lined up. I think we're just waiting on Turtle, who is a night owl schedule due to his light sensitivity. Waiting for him to come out here and swing his pick around. But I'll queue up a bunch of mining. Cat must have gotten back up and is currently chasing Bryce. Bad kitty. I was like, why is Daedora damaged? But yeah, that makes sense. Jamney and Chase, thanks for the resubs. And thank you guys for the boost. Up to, what level is that at? Does the gene need to be put in the gene bank? It's a haul job, so yeah, it's already in there. They do it pretty quick. Alright, so Klein's coming down to fix Daedora, who got beaten by a bad cat. And at bulk goods, ex-lover of lamp, daughter of mass. Mass, how do you keep having children? Where do they come from? Weren't you vat grown? And ex-lover of brides. Man, a lot of ex-lovers. Now I understand why you all went sterilized. Because you're like, well, I tried relationships and didn't work, so we're going to go ahead and just remove myself from the gene pool. Okay, looks like we are hauling away the pemmican because due to the temperature of the tile and the fact that there's not a lot to graze on right now, the wild animals are probably going to be gobbling it up in mass. I would caravan it, but I'm too lazy. I'm not going to be doing that. We'll just haul what we haul. I wish the Diabolus, which is like a massive mech, stronger than a centipede, arguably, would give more than 18 plasteel. It's like, you have defeated the mech god boss. Here is a very paltry amount of plasteel that you would get even more out of like a downed shuttle. Oh, that is glorious. Okay, let's allow all. Yeah, this is a nice corpse rot pile. Mmm, yum. Corpse rot. Oh, and you guys are hanging out in the corpse rot pile? Cool, we're about to see some lung disease. Okay, Lamps, we just extracted his inability to use plants, which I can immediately sell. I don't think we ever need to install that at anyone for any reason ever. Yep. Get rid of some of the other clothing that I have, because I don't mind having extra silver. And it looks like there won't be any restrictions to xenogenes. Interesting. Okay, this looks good. They didn't have any genes that we want to buy. No, they don't. There might be a case to... What other genes are in here? Tinder skin I don't need. Cyan enhanced I don't need. Coagulator I'll hold on to. Coagulator is a vampire gene. It's like glands in your hands that allow you to do medical tending quicker. There's no rule against us having vampires, but there's no need for anyone to be side sensitive, I don't think. So, sell that, and maybe buy the steel that they have. Just to make it more convenient for us to build with it. Can't I use awful plants to offset positive genes? You know, I could, but I don't think the food demands for our colony are going to warrant needing to offset too many genes, but we'll see. But yeah, you could. There's going to be a lot of opportunities for us to gene rip people, so I'm not all that worried about trying to min-max it, I guess is probably the better answer. I'd rather have the money. So, Turtle, you're headed out to mine. Good. Looks like this is maybe a little closer, though. Because you're a turtle, close is good. Oh, yeah, this is even closer. So currently the priority is to try to get the limbs back so that we can heal, and then also to finish up bioregeneration. And then I'm going to be polling you all about what follow-up goals to go with. This here is 88. I don't think that there's jade on this map. I don't recall. Now I have to memorize so many different map tiles. Because if I had more jade, I could make that that temple a little bit more impressive. But we could try to run the conversion ritual anyway. So I'll ask about that. Taking a look, as you can see, we don't really have anyone capable of art. So there's not a really quick, easy way to make this realm nicer. In other words, when should we run the conversion ritual? Now, when the room hits 120. Impressiveness. What do you guys think? Wonder if any of these guys have gotten sick yet. No. It takes a while for the corpse rot to get you sick. It's actually not a mechanic that's like particularly dangerous for the colonists because you have to hang around the corpses for just an unusually long period of time. We probably have enough cut stone. Kind of hard to tell because it's not in a stockpile, but I am going to suspend that in lieu of doing something that might be more important. Like hauling in this case. And if I recall, we do have a... No, I think I've been using Bryce's fire breathing to set the corpses on fire, right? I don't actually have biorefining yet, so I don't have any Molotovs. What is the cost of a flame bow? I think you can't make flame bows, is that right? Although trying to use a flame bow is a little tricky because unlike a Molotov, you have to be shooting at a live target. You can't just shoot at a pile of corpses. There's no, like, target the ground for flame bows, unfortunately. Alright. Actually, don't build that. Because, you know, that's quality driven. Don't I have a flame bow from last stream? Not that I see. So Nate, you are 66 certain with your certainty into the wrong ideology. Do you not have a mass grave? I do. It's right here. If this is not a mass grave, I don't know what would be. Okay, so we're gonna run the ritual once we hit 120 impressiveness. Got it. If I clean the floor, it'd be a little higher. We're at 99. I can try for some better art, because this is poor quality art. And I have a lot of wood to be able to attempt fancier looking art. So I'm happy to attempt that down here. So I'll make a few more Legionary arts with Klein, who's already over busy. But with Klein, once he's done making the limbs, to try to bring a slightly higher quality to that. All right, Mass is making sure we are staying fed, which is good. I might have her go hunting again soon. It depends on whether she runs out of stuff to do or not. I could do fine floors. Yeah, I would need to do a lot more stone cutting. Fine floors... So, to speak about that, the amount of resources that it takes to make a fine floor for the impressive and wealth gain of fine floors is generally not worth it because you can do so much... It's so much more effective to use to make into art. That, yeah, fine floors are just very, very inefficient. So we have the bionic leg. That's going to go to Klein. So let's have that installed now. The other thing that I might need to do, because I want to do the installation for that leg in the hospital that I have, is I might need to move Nate out of here. I don't even really need to move Nate. All I need to do is to... well, I guess we're moving Nate. Where are we putting Nate? Oh yeah, I have this horrible melt your face off prison I forgot about. Alright, so let's do the surgery quickly then. So Mass, you're probably the best surgeon even though you have a scratch scar. Oh no, your scratch jar is real bad, and you are deficient in go juice right now. Don't I have go juice for you, though? I swore I made some. Oh, no, I guess I don't have go juice at the moment. Let's make some go juice so that you're not go juice deficient, so that you can do the surgery better. So, Klein, that's going to have to wait until we have the necessary drugs in order to make that work. So we should pull Nate out of here before he melts in that burner. And then I'm also going to stick a... I'm going to unroof that area so that it's not superheated, because that means it's also very inefficient to for the air conditioner if it's just trying to dump heat over and over and over. Flowers in flower pots do give beauty, yep. That'd be another way to use your materials wisely. Absolutely. And here's the bionic arm for Cypher. So, Mass, you must be making, yep, you're making go juice right now, that's good. Because it's middle of the winter, I'm not really growing anything, but right now the crops aren't dying. I'm hoping they won't die so I don't have to sow them again. And a little reminder that Mass, as a hussar, is go juice dependent. She'll need go juice once every 6 days, or she goes deficient. If you go deficient long enough for a full year, you die. And then same with Azzy and Cypher. They're both wasters, so that they're psychite deficient, which is a lot easier to source because it's any psychite. T, AO, doesn't matter. Whereas for Mass, it's go juice, and go juice requires neuturamine, and neuturamine is not something that you can grow. So now that you are hopped up on performance-enhancing drugs, your surgery success chance probably just skyrocketed a bit. Yeah, 102%. So, yes, here we go. Klein, we are a go for surgery. And Nate will just have to hang out there until the bed's freed up again. Yeah, T works for wasters. Exactly. Which is so convenient because you can... That comes out of the ground. In fact, Yayo and Flake come out of the ground. It's just Go Juice doesn't. Makes it a little trickier. Alright, looks like you are idle. Oh, but because Klein is currently unconscious because of the anesthesia, I can't actually tell Tannering what to do. Ironically, I can go to Tannering and go control group and switch the control group, which actually sets it dormant. So there's some workarounds when your Mechanator is out of commission. All right, Nate, you can have your bed back, and Klein's surgery went swimmingly. So now a bionic leg, even better. Our Mechanator is becoming a mech himself. So the next big injury would be Cypher's missing arm. And then we have a shoulder scratch guard that's actually relatively bad. That's a lot of damage to the arm. It's a sixth of the arm is scarred. And then Bryce is missing a little toe, which is only a small percentage of the moving. And then Turtle's missing an eye, and that was my fault. I think that was a crushing wound from the roof removals. And then Azzy has a torso scar, but that obviously only can be cured with Humex Serum or the Bioregen pod, so that's not something that we're going to be doing immediately. Because it's not as serious. Hey, Lunny. Thank you for the resub. Is it possible to be allied to pirates? So, not normally, no. If you don't see a number next to the faction relation, they're forced hostile no matter what you do. In fact, if you mouse over it, this faction is permanently hostile, which I think kind of answers itself. So permanently hostile factions are never allyable unless you dev mode. But then if you do dev mode that, you start to get into weird territory. So I highly suggest you don't dev mode that, because it can bug out your game a bit. These bedrooms are staying at a pretty good temperature considering it's freezing out. Now Klein's going to work on the bionic arm. Should I make a bionic eye and arm for turtle and mass? I guess I should have included Bryze in that. The reason I'm not as worried about Bryze's missing toe is Bryze is an Impid, and Impids run real fast. So his movement speed is still above 4.6, which is standard. So even though he's missing a toe, he still outruns the average person. So I'm going to work on Bryze last as a result, probably. Because it's the least critical, in my opinion. And I think that I could probably, given that the plasteel and the gold don't dry up, I could probably source bionics faster than I could do a bioregen, because bioregen cycles are not quick. They do take a while, and they have the person out of commission for a long time. I have a broken heater in the room because I don't have any components, so, you know, this isn't a Twitch Toolkit series. I can't just will components into existence. And then, Louis, you asked, what is the most impressive material? Gold. But you need 10 times more gold than you would need jade to make something of similar size. So it's the most impressive, but it is very inefficient. In fact, if we take a look at the... If you want to know the impressiveness value, you would go to... Well, it's a mix of market value. Oh, no, I'm clicking gold there. At the shelf. Here's gold. So, if you take a look at the material itself, it will show you its beauty value, which is the multiplier for things like art. So it's a 400% beauty and a plus 20 to art, the beauty when objects are made out of this. And then if you check something like jade, well, I think I need raw jade, not actually the wall. It's 250. Silver ranks at 200. So you've got like gold, jade, silver, and then the marble of all the stones are the most beautiful. So you can see marble's beauty here is 135. Granite's beauty is, I think, 90. Or default, it's 100. If it's missing, it's because it doesn't have a beauty multiplier at all. So granite is 0 bonus. So if you're going to make like sculptures, it serves to make your sculptures out of marble if you have marble available. And then I think sandstone, I forget exactly all the multipliers for all the stones, but obviously marble is so much better than every other stone when it comes to art. What does the posture check do? It should have me align my spine so I'm not hunched. I don't always do it, though. Nate, you have this one coming, buddy. You just spent like an afternoon insulting Azzy here. In fact, I'm surprised they didn't beat you to death. By all rights, they should have. Insult, minus 26. Maybe what I could try to do is Klein, go counsel Azzy. See if we can't remove some of those. Yep, increase mood by 8. Good. And Nate cut it out, because I don't really stand for people slinging insults for no reason. So it looks like you guys want both the eye and the arm to be made. I'm gonna go with probably Mass's arm is the more important one, because Turtle's a brawler, not a shooter, so eyesight's not extremely important for a brawler. Not like the arm for a cook would be. So that's my next Bionics project. Oh, the Yoda cam is locked? Yeah, sorry. I locked that pre-stream, and I always forget to unlock it. So what's up? The other thing I probably could start to do is to smelt weapons that I don't want. So this is bio-coded weapons. So I'm going to do another smelt weapon. And this is going to be... Actually, all of those are fine. I don't think that there's a single melee weapon in the colony that I care about at the moment. Remind me to remove the smelt all melee weapons eventually once I'm done smelting these spears and the knives and that kind of garbage. It's not something I want enabled forever. Bioregen is done. What am I going to research? That's up to you. So we have got recon armor, deep drilling, precision rifling, gun turrets, standard mech tech, shields, hospital bed, biofuel, refining, and double strand. And I'm just going to pick something at random for now. I'm going to pick harps for now. So that I'm not swaying the pole. Okay, bionic arm is done. That will be ciphers. And that's a right arm required. The other question I have is mass. What is your surgery success chance now that you're not high on Go Juice? 86? Perhaps Diamonds is better. Because Diamond has a manipulation bonus as a genie. Yes, 102. Okay, so Diamond will do this next surgery. If Mass's arm wasn't a sixth ripped off by a Megasloth, the numbers would be a little bit different. Okay, there we go. Cypher has his arm. Great. Let's go ahead and get Mass's arm next. This corpse stockpile is growing. Not having Molotovs or any other methods to be able to easily set them on fire makes it a little hard to deal with it, but as long as we're not standing around it, should be fine. You are going really far for steel, so I must have... No. Somehow you think that is closer than this. TLDR, I need my mountain tunnels. You'll be able to vote on that really, really soon. So standard mech tech wins out. What priority should I prioritize after I get the limbs back? When in the dark with an undergrounder's trait, does the sight of that pawn get affected by darkness? It depends if you have dark vision or not. Undergrounders still are affected by darkness, but if you have dark vision as a genetic trait, you are not affected by darkness. So Turtle, being a Dirtmole, it does not matter whether he's in the dark or not. Work speed is unaffected by darkness is one of the effects of dark vision. So he can mine in the dark at full speed. In fact, he'll mine in the dark faster than he mines in the light because he's also UV sensitive, which means that he moves slower, so he can't go from node to node as quick in sunlight. So he's actually better at mining in the dark. Oh boy. Getting a lot of waste packs. Work priority decline. Yeah, get machining quick. So the guerrilla tunnels that is currently leading would be tunnels to allow me to go east and west more easily, giving me access to hunting without ridiculous routing issues and allowing me to ambush enemies and things like that. Nate needs a bed? No, Nate wants a bed. Nate doesn't need a bed, but yeah. Nate wants a bed. I guess I'll... Oh, do I have no doctor tending? You're already tended. So it looks like I have a lot more beer than tea. Nothing is growing because of the cold temperatures. And you guys want guerrilla tunnels. Cool. So I am going to dig from this spot and just see what it looks like. I'd like to try to minimize the amount of overhead mountain that I have to incorporate. So I think what this is going to look like is it's going to be two coolers like this with a door. And then this will get roofed up eventually to freeze the tunnels so that they aren't bug vectors. Oh boy, you're cleaning down there. That's not likely all that necessary. Let the donkey sty be left alone. Gotta clean the dirt before the dirt gets dirty. Yeah, that was more or less the energy that you were putting out there. Gotta sweep that dirt. Gotta sweep it till it hit bedrock. Oh boy, this pie looks delicious. Who wants rotted cat meat? Why is the silver outside? Cause I haven't hauled it yet. But it's not like it's going anywhere unless pirates come. And if pirates come, I'm gonna shoot them before they ever steal the silver. So it's kind of a non-issue. I dare them to try to take it. It's being guarded by all the dead cats. Exactly. You get it. What? Outside of your home, you don't have just a pile of dead, rotted cats and silver? Man, you don't know how to live. Clearly. What am I researching next, now that we have standard mech tech? So standard mech tech, if you're wondering, unlocks the ability to make clean sweepers, more bandwidth and control group projects like the Mech Commander helmet and the bandwidth pack, the array headset. It allows for standard control sublinks, which increases your bandwidth as well. It's a brain implant, but there are better brain implants in the high mech tech later on. And then the construction of pikemen, scorchers, scythers, tunnelers. Tunnelers are mining bots. And then scorchers are flame-throwing bots. You should be familiar with pikemen and scythers. They're no different. And they require larger gestators and larger rechargers and also soft scanners. But I don't have any prisoners that I want to soft scan right now. So I'm not going to be pushing for standard mech tech mechs just yet because I want to get some prisoners that I sacrifice for that tech level. And we're not quite there yet. There you go, turtle. So here's the start of the guerrilla tunnels. I'm going to keep the overhead mountain overlay on because I want, if possible, to head towards non-overhead mountain so that this tunnel doesn't have to be unnecessarily large. Yep, looks like I'm out of luck here. What's the pros and cons of slug turrets over normal turrets? Slug turrets have a lot higher armor penetration, so they're a lot better at punching through tougher targets like centipedes. The disadvantage is you reload them with uranium, which is harder to come by than steel most cases, and they have a minimum distance target threshold, meaning that they can't shoot point blank, nor can autocannon turrets for that matter. So they're very powerful, but they have some limitations. They're also very expensive. Okay, biofuel refining looks to be the next project. I don't have anywhere to store chunks. Let's allow chunks in here of all types. That way I can actually clear out this tunnel. The other thing I want to do for the guerrilla tunnels is probably set them up so that they're floored up, so that we can traverse them quicker. And then maybe also, just like I did the airlocks over here, maybe airlock them in such a way that they offer redundant protection. This isn't exactly a perfect line of sight blocker, but it will have to do. So, there we go. That's the tunnel to the west, and then the tunnel to the east, I could just put here. The tunnel to the east is not as important, because this mountain ridge doesn't go far south, but clearly the spot to go would be here. Thank you for tuning in to We Are Legion, which originally streamed live on Twitch October 30th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. I'll catch you in the next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Legion.